God of High School anime is, as of recording of this video, only one season long, with that one season being 13 episodes and covers chapters 4 through 112 of the God of High School manwa by Young-Jae Park. Sorry if I fucked up in the pronunciation. The anime was made by Mappa Studios in partnership with Webtoons and Crunchyroll. Now, let's see how it does as an anime adaptation.
What the fuck?
Now, actually, what in the fuck happened here? In my first video, where I gave it an anime review, I said that I was going to do this part 2 here. Right, I judge it as an adaptation, but I gave it a temporary adaptation with score right here of a 2 out of 10. Based on what I've heard. I'm changing that score to a 1 out of 10. It's fucking abysmal. I'm not even going to hold out on yours and see it. No, I'll just tell you straight up, it's a 1 out of 10. This anime is a fucking god-awful adaptation. I don't know what the fuck happened here. First of all, there's a lot of changes here, and a lot of stuff that they cut out, and the only reason it's gotten a 1 out of 10 is because at least it got the overall gist of the plot correctly. It got the key plot points correctly for the most part, but it still follow. You can look into and go, okay, they follow the same storyline at least. It's still just fucking awful as an anime adaptation. People always complain about the Tokyo Ghoul fucking anime adaptation. I've yet to actually. I've read all of Tokyo Ghoul, and I haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul in years, so I can't really say on how it does this in adaptation. But no way it's worse than this. No way Tokyo Ghoul got butchered anywhere as bad as this. Fucking. Over the course of this video, I'm going to go over changes that they made. Okay, I'm not going to go over every change, because there's too many. I don't have time to go through all of the changes. I might future video if, y'all hit that like button. I'll just go over some of the changes that I think are the most egregious ones, if I use that word correctly. Just the changes that I fucking hate the most, and that stuck with me the most, but like I said, there's too many to go through, so I'll just do a few of them right here. So the first change we have here, and one that I think is the stupidest change, is chapters 1, 2 and 3 are cut in their entirety from the anime. They are not in the series at all as far as Mappa cares. The episode 1 starts off at chapter 4, like I mentioned earlier. Why this is done, I cannot fathom, okay? Chapters 1, 2, and 3 are introductory chapters, First one introduces us to Mori, second introduces us to Davy. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And the third one introduces us to Mira. So, why they cut them is beyond I don't get why. I'll continue with the trend of episode 1 for this bit. So, another change that, again, no sense, does not make sense whatsoever, is beyond my reasoning, is the incident in the bridge with Mira's sword. In the anime, as I'll probably put up here, Mori nicks the sword off Mira to prove a point. What's the point again? It's hey, if you really cared about this, you'd keep hold of it more, some dumb shit like that. So he nicks it off her, and then while she gets back, he drops it off the bridge on accident. He just looks like an asshole because of it. He just looks like a fucking cunt. No reason. So yeah, that's how it is in the anime. In the manhwa, what happens is, the purse snatcher earlier that Mira and Molly beat the shit out of, his brother and gang decide to jump the dynamic trio, try and get, a bit even with them, hey, what the fuck? So they get the shit kicked out of them. Not the main three, of course, the biker gang. They get the shit kicked out of them. So it's a Hail Mary, one of them throws a lighter at one of the bikes to blow up and axe the people. So Molly jumps in front of Mira, protects her, and in the pursuing chaos, Mira drops her sword off the edge of the bridge, and she goes to jump for it to try and catch it so she doesn't lose it. Imari stops her, because, hey, jump down there, you're gonna get fucking hurt, love. Like, what the fuck? And, it makes him out to be a really good, decent guy. He's caring out for he's looking out and caring for his friends. He's literally just met, instead of some asshole that lost his new friend's most fucking precious item just to prove a dumb fucking point. I don't understand. So that's episode 1 done. That's all the changes I want to mention in episode 1 and before episode 1. And I'd like to just put emphasis on this. That was just episode 1. We already have 3 cut chapters and a change in scene that makes the main character feel different and look like an asshole. All of this didn't need to happen, and we're not even at episode 2 yet. I think you're gonna understand my frustrations with this fucking anime. So, I'm gonna skip ahead to the national tournaments, and props to them. They got one thing correct. The nationals is a 3v3, so they got it correct. Round of applause. Oh wait, stop it, because they still fucked it up. They fucked up how the tournament works with the 3v3 status. I don't get how. So how it is in the anime again is just simple 3v3. 2 people step in, duel it out. Someone gets declared the winner. They both step out. Next 2 people step in. Simple as that, It's not that simple in the manhwa though. It's actually fairly different in the manhwa, and I actually very much prefer how it works in the manhwa because there's some strategy behind it, which is probably why I got rid of it, because I don't want no shit to be strategic in this anime, I guess. How it works in the manhwa is, again, 3v3. They got that correct. 2 people step into the ring. Anime still on track here. They both fight someone that's declared the winner. It's all good. Loser leaves. The winner doesn't. So close. Now, it's not as simple as that. It's not that the winner doesn't leave. It's the winner chooses whether or not they stay or leave. They can stay in and fight the next person who steps in, or they go, nah, I'm good, step out, and when they step out, they can't step back in. That's them done for good. So much more interesting this way, because there's some strategy behind it. Who do you send in first? What order do you send them in? Because you have to determine the order beforehand. I don't know if they did that in the anime. It's never specified. But hey, I don't get. It's such a dumb change to make, and it's such a little change, and it makes no sense. The reason I'm bringing this up now is because I want to talk about a certain fight within the nationals that I'll get heated with this next bit, but no, the capital area team versus the Jeonnam area team. I'm sorry if I'm fucking that up. I'm really sorry if I'm messing up the pronunciation. The capital area team being Mori, Mira, and Dewi, and the other area team being Ipo, Surenga, and Hyunbuk. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering these pronunciations. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I want to talk about that fight specifically. So, capital team versus the Jeonnam area team is completely fucking different in its fucking entirety. So, first of all, let's get with the bullshit out of the way. Davey isn't in the fight. He is still suspended because the fight with the Jeju area team, the one where they're all fucking doppelgangers, yeah, that shit didn't count because, it was Nox with their doppelganger bullshit invading. So the fucking commissioners in the fucking TOs, they were just like, I don't count. Davey's still fucking on suspension. So, add more suspense to it. you know, it's great. I'm not gonna describe how the fucking fights go in the anime. Watch it for yourself if you want to. I'll just describe how it is in the manwa. Okay. So how it goes is Mori steps up first because now he wants to duke out with Ipyo, right? Ipyo sidelines this motherfucker, being like, nah, go through the squad. Okay. First up is Hyunbok, then Srenga, then Ipyo. Because, you know, my man Ipyo's got the strategies, which is why this fucking how the Nationals worked in the manhwa is so. First of all, Hyunbok versus Mori. The fight is mostly in Mori's favour. Hyunbok does get some hits in here and there, but not enough to do good damage, except for he busts up Mori's index finger, his pointer finger, on his right hand, causing him to not be able to do his acupuncture shit. Because for some reason he can only do it with that specific finger. I don't know why. They throw a little comedy at that bit, but like, yeah. And then next up is Srenga. Okay, she fights Mori and she's doing work, the baby girl. She does work on Mori. She fucking busts the shit out of his right leg during the fight. So, you know, that makes it harder to do his taekwondo since, you know, dominant leg and all. So now he's lost his acupuncture, his dominant leg's all fucked up, so it's hard to do his taekwondo. He's getting good damage, and that's not the end of the fight because Mori still wins. However, that fucking palm shit Srenga did to Day in the anime to, like, you know, she does that to Mori, and Mori still wins because he grabs hold of her, like, can't see ya. I can still hit you if I'm holding on to you, and that's how he wins. And then comes his fight with Ipyo, and I gotta say, so much fucking better in the anime, because of all, not in the anime, in the manhwa. God, it's not better in the anime. It's so much better in the manhwa because of Ipyo's strategy and his smarts. He fucking wins like he deserved to. Mori loses because he's worn out. His acupuncture not on him. He can't do it. His taekwondo's not as efficient because, you know, busted up leg. Ipyo wins because of the strategy of how the 3v3 is done. I don't get why they changed this so fucking much. It makes no sense. So then, since Mori was up first, there's still another fighter, Mira. So Mira steps up and she fights Ipyo. And guess what? She fucking wins because that National Treasure, her sword thing, she didn't. Well, actually, no. Here's the thing about that, actually. I didn't mention that yet. She doesn't have the National Treasure in the start of the fight because the fucking commissioner's just like, alright, until you prove you are owner of this sword, we're keeping it because, you know, it's a deadly fucking weapon. So, you know, now that round back. And in the fight, she's like, hey, I'll come here, sword. Sword comes to her, teleports to her, which proves she's the owner now, because that's how you prove ownership of the National Treasure, I assume. That's how they make that if I've got that interpreted correctly. So she's got that. She's got her Chadyok, because I don't know about you, but how the anime presented it is her Chadyok and her National Treasure were linked. Nah. Her Chadyok is just hers, and the National Treasure, that's another thing entirely, and that she gets to keep. Mixing them two together, she beats Ipyo because, you know, she deserves it. Because in the manhwa, she's the baby girl. God damn, I'm a horny bastard. One more thing about this fight that in the anime he unlocked it during the fight, right? In the manhwa, nah, he already had it. He knew about it. He had it. He developed techniques for it, and guess what? It was foreshadowed. There's so much. This fight is completely different. It's not the same in the slightest. And this ain't the only fight like that. There was so many like that, and I just want to. Why did this happen? All in all, I don't fucking get it. I don't get what happened. It makes no sense. I don't get who in this staff or what in production made them think, yeah, let's skip so much in the story. Let's change so much of the story with how the fights are presented and whatnot. Let's skip over so fucking much. Let's rush it to get to the fights, some of which are anime original fight scenes. And it's just abysmal. When I watched this anime, I found it decent. I enjoyed it. It had great animation. I know it has great animation. The OST is I like it. But now I've read the manwa, I fucking hate the anime. It is abysmal as an adaptation, and you should never watch the anime except for the fight scenes, because they're still well animated and good, you know. But I would just say go to YouTube and watch the fight scenes. Don't even go to Crunchyroll. Make them think no one wants to watch the series, because it does not deserve a season 2. And if it gets a season 2, and if they do another season, I am so curious as to how they are going to do it, because they have fucked up so much of it. I don't get how they're going to fix it. So, like I said earlier, final score as an adaptation, 1 out of 10. It's fucking awful. So yeah, bit of a negative note to end on there for the year, I will admit. Could have avoided it if I, got off my fucking lazy ass and edited this video earlier, because I've had it recorded since November, the 27th of November, and it is New Year's Eve right now. So, I could have put this video out soon if I'd fucking gotten myself together and possibly done a video to end the year off on a more cheerful and happy note. Hopefully I can avoid that next year. You will hear some fireworks in the background. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, it's New Year's Eve. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas in these hard times, and I hope next year's better. I'm not going into next year with wishful thinking, and I'm not going to next year thinking it's my year, because it never normally ends well. So I'm just going next year thinking I'll do my best, and I hope you do your best too. Ignore this gap right here. That will be filled out soon. So yeah, next year I will try, well, maybe this year, depends what time I get this video out. I'm going to try and get out before, midnight. So next year I'm going to try my best to focus more on YouTube and actually put some effort towards it. Put videos out semi-regularly, not record them and sit on them for too fucking long. But yeah, I want to do some more content. I want to focus more on actually putting effort into this. I want to focus more on doing my drawing, and I want to put more effort. So that's my New Year's resolution, I guess. So yeah, I already have plans for videos next year. I'm going to do a few My Hero ones. When Season 5 starts, me and HerrokuMusic might be collabing together for all of Season 5, reviewing the episodes. So I know, talk to him about that a bit more, but I'm definitely covering Season 5. Oh, you know I am. But that doesn't start until March. Late March, 27th, the release date is for it. I don't know when it will come over, subtitle to us, and if, I don't know. But I need something to fill me in for the meantime, and I'm British, I'm from the UK. I'm into, anime and manga. I want to cover anime and manga. Basically, I'm a rip-off of Totally Not Mark, so let's steal this idea of getting a very popular series that I know basically nothing on, and covering the manga from start to finish is my experience as someone who's never read it before. So yeah, I bought this a few weeks back, actually. Around the start of December, I bought that, and I still haven't read any of it. I was waiting until I finish this video. So yeah, in the new year, I will be reading Fullmetal Alchemist for the first time, and I will be reviewing it, possibly arc by arc. I don't know. It depends how hard I want to rip off Totally Not Mark. Now yeah, he inspired his series on One Piece. Kind of inspired me to do this after I'd bought in the box set. I was already buying it, but then I got and thought, yeah, I can do that too. So yeah, I'll be covering Full Metal Alchemist arc by arc, basically blind. The only bit I know is the dog thing, cause that's the only joke Full Metal Alchemist fans ever have, really. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun, and that's what that gap is there for Full Metal Alchemist. I've just made a gap so I don't have to keep moving all my books one by one every time I add one on, cause manga readers, you know that's the fucking pain of collecting manga. So yeah, expect that in the new year. Expect me to hopefully get off my lazy ass and do more content, and just thank you for watching if you have watched. If you came from the future, again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. And you know, hopefully I can look back next year and think, yeah, I'm happy with how much effort I put in. Maybe I can even impress myself how much effort I put in. But then again, who knows what happens next year. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed 2020 to the best you can. I hope you enjoyed 2021 to even more of an extent. But most importantly, I hope you can enjoy every single day knowing that you're putting the effort in that you want to put in. My name's Scott Jones. Thank you for watching me this year. I'm sorry to end off on a negative note, but hopefully next year can be a lot more positive. Peace out.